Some time ago, I got one of these James Neligan LIS-P Parlour guitars, solid spruce with the mahogany back and sides, and declared it to be my favorite little parlour, and kept it and play it and enjoy it. Recently, I got a chance to pick up another one on the cheap. Just needed a good setup, and this is it. Now, it's useful to get another one, because I've always wondered if that little parlour I got was an anomaly, and because I haven't really, I like James Neligan guitars, but I haven't really picked up another James Neligan and thought, oh, I'm definitely keeping this guitar. I've always moved them on as very nicely made student level guitars, and they sell well and everybody's been happy with them. But in terms of my arsenal and using them for my music and my recordings, the little parlour was the only James Neligan that I've ever had that I felt that way about it. So this came to me this last week, and I was excited to get it. And the grain's a little bit wider on the spruce, otherwise it's fairly identical. The headstock's darker than the other one, but otherwise it looks very similar. And sure enough, it has that great sound for a parlour. So they just, with this second bit of data, they just seem to have hit a home run on this model. I just like this particular model. I like the fact that this parlour is like a parlour design from the Romantic era in Europe. It's almost like a Viennese style parlour guitar with the very, very thin middle bouts, small, slightly wider upper bouts. If it had a fancy tailpiece, it would look a lot like almost like a Baroque classical guitar. It's that kind of shape, and I like that about it. And it just has a really sweet sound with a lot of sustain. It's not a big sound, but it's a really nice sweet sound. It's boxy. A lot of sustain on these. I just like them. They appeal to me. You know how some things speak to you and some things don't. Well, in the parlour world, I just love these guitars, and this is the second one I've got, and I know I've got to move one of them. That's going to be difficult because I like them both. But it's really nice to be to get that affirmation that a certain guitar model is consistently good, and you didn't just get a one-off, which can happen. I've seen that happen before with quite a few models actually. What I really like about this guitar is all the wood binding and the wood rosette, plain wood rosette. Really nice. I like the plainness of the block bridge as well. Very plain mahogany, all wood bound with the center seam. It is a smaller scale guitar, 12 frets to the body, but it's not an undersized guitar. I mean, it's a normal neck width, fairly normal nut width. So it's not like an undersized guitar or anything like that. It's a proper parlour guitar, made on early, late 19th century, perhaps early 20th century principles. It has graphite nut and saddle. I didn't have to do anything to it as far as the parts, even the strings are what came on it. Those are the keys. There's the slotted headstock again. I love little parlour guitars, and as far as steel string parlours go, I think these are a great secret. And this is my second one of these and my second video. I don't normally repeat videos like this, but I wanted to share this with you, just because the quality level is consistent with the first example that I got. Really nice, nicely made guitar. I like the way they do the just the top lap over fret markers. It's not in the middle, it's just at the top, and you can see it from looking down on it as well because they overlap on the sides. Little simple things like that I really like about this guitar. But anyway, this is the second James Neligan LIS-P, LIS-P for Parlour, a little solid spruce top. Like I said, sort of a romantic European style shape and make. Maybe the bridge is a bit more modern, but it certainly reminds me of 19th century Victorian style parlours from Europe, mostly places like Vienna, where guitars of this style became popular, and probably where the word parlour originates. It's probably a European thing, although I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, a great guitar, these. Fantastic. Really enjoy them. And if I was going to make a guitar, and it's not out of the question, I would probably concentrate on something like this. Parlour guitars are getting very popular. People like these for travel guitars as well. They're just a lot easier to carry around, so they often double up as a travel or even junior guitars, or ladies' guitars they used to call them. It's a bit non-PC to say that now, but that's what they often were marketed towards. So I would concentrate on something like this, and I'm always looking for older style body styles of guitar. I love parlours. I love the old classical guitars, the Torres models, the pre-Torres models, the smaller, slimmer guitars. I love Baroque classicals and Renaissance classical guitars and vihuelas from the early Spanish guitar traditions. I love all those body shapes. So I really like it when modern makers sort of bring some of that aesthetic back, which I think a lot of people are doing. I know that DOF in Russia, I did a video on DOF, specializes in some of these types of shapes, and I do have something coming from them, which I hope to share with you very soon. But yeah, these are little treasures. Little James Neligan LIS-P Parlour guitar, true parlour, not sort of like a small 00 guitar that they call a parlour. This is a proper parlour. It's even smaller than the Fender parlours, and shorter scale, slightly shorter scale than those as well. So it's a real parlour guitar. All right, folks. See you on the next one.